So today is like in the mid 40s. It's absolutely beautiful out. So I got the car out and everything in the garage covered and taped up and painted the underside of the hood and the underside of the inner side of the fenders. Came out really super nice. This is going to be an ultra short video, but I just wanted to show the paint, and obviously I'm not going to take my camera in while I'm spraying, and masking is kind of boring. It takes more, that's the most time consuming part of painting, is masking. I can spend a whole day masking, and then you spend, an hour painting, and then another 2 or 3 hours of demasking. But I'm going to leave some of the garage stuff covered in mask because if we get some nice weather next week, I'll prime the outside. I want to let the undersides and insides dry 3 or 4 days before I flip them over, put any weight on the paint to do the other side. And plus I got to mask the fresh paint off so it doesn't get overspray on it. But I'm super happy with the way it looks. I'll take you in there and show you. Here's the car out in the sun. It's been sitting out here most of the morning. Stuff's still sitting on the roof. But yeah, it's going to look nice all painted up. I'm really looking forward to it. It's nice to be able to get the car out of the garage too and not have to worry about covering it up. You can see that where I had filler in it in the past, and started just kind of cleaning it. Like I say, I gotta make a cardboard pattern before I cut that out, and I got to get the interior panels off. But I think the door will be the next repair on the body. Passenger door, I think, is going to have a hole right there. I can see some bubbling, and once I think I work on it with the body hammer, the rest of the door I think will be fine. So I'm going to have one rust hole here, and I got to fix this dent that goes actually from there all the way to about there. It goes 3/4 of the way of the door, but it's just barely in there, and I'm going to try and bump as much as I can, and then go from there if I have to use a little filler. The rear quarter panel needs nothing, just needs stripping and painting. There's a little crease right here, like from here to here, which will be an easy, the rest are just where the paint scratched off, so that'll be an easy repair. So as you can see, I have to cover and mask everything in here so it doesn't get overspray on it. And I had the furnace taped off, and I had the air compressor. I shut the air compressor off and cover it up, and it has plenty of pressure in there even with the HVLP gun to do all my spraying. I pumped it up between, I put a coat on, let it dry for about a half an hour, and by then the fumes were out of the garage enough to where I could fire up the compressor and pump it back up. And I'd also turn the heat on between coats. I just unmasked the front of the furnace a bit, and then I could warm it back up in here and put my next, shut everything off, remask it, put a second coat on. This is 2 coats. It's the underside. It doesn't need to be spectacular, but it looks really nice. There was some paint reaction, and just where it kind of, probably some oils or greases or something I totally didn't get out, but that's not anything to worry about. The rest of the hood came out perfect. I took my air hose when I was done sanding, I jammed the air hose into, really blew the heck out of it, got all the dirt and everything out between the layers so it wouldn't blow out. I blew the living dickens out of that hood to get everything out. And then the fenders, they're a bit of a challenge, and I had it so I could lift them, kind of move them so I could, my concern is more about getting paint up into all the tight little nooks and crannies than not getting runs on the inner panel. I don't care if a factory got runs. In fact, I got something fell in the fender there, and I pulled it out with my finger and just sprayed a big glob on there, and it kind of looks funny, but I don't care. It's the inside. And then painting the, trying to get up in that edge there so it wouldn't, so it would have paint. You know, I got some runs here, but it's better than what the factory did. I mean, the factory didn't even hardly paint the inside here. And here, look at this in the sun. Look at how nice that color looks. I know it probably doesn't show up in the video, but yeah, that's gonna really protect the fenders and all that stuff. And I'll try and, I'm not gonna paint the inside of the doors body color. I'll probably paint them black, but after I repair the doors, I will paint the inside and oil them and undercoat them, and the bottoms of them, so they don't get any further, you know, issues with them down the road. But again, I just wanted to share, you know, my dad wants to see this. My dad used to help me mask and cover, and I miss his help. It would take a, you know, all-day project down to a half-day project of masking, and then once it was masked up, I could spray it. And now it's almost I have to mask the day before and spray the next day. But this wasn't a lot of masking. I was able to put the car out. Now I'm going to have to spend a little more time masking when I prime the other side. You know, I'll have to mask all these holes shut. Every little hole, like where the Ford emblem went, and the moldings, and then mask right on the edges, and this whole surface is going to have to be covered so it doesn't, I don't want any overspray on this. I want that to stay looking like it does. And you got to have an old beat up fan. That fan takes forever for it to get going. There's so much paint overspray and everything in the motor and stuff. Not oil the heck out of the motor, but it still takes forever to, when you first turn it on, to get up to speed. So there we go. I tried to blow some paint down in those holes. I'm surprised I didn't get runs around those. And I tried to blow paint into there. That may be why that's like that. I was trying to blow the paint up into that edge up in here. I turned the spray pattern sideways and went down there the full length of the hood so I could try and get that upper lip painted. And that might be why that is like that. But I mean, my God, when the hood's up, it's going to look really nice. It's not going to detract from the car one bit. It looks a million times better than what it did originally. Alright, I guess I'll clean the spray gun and clean up my mess a little bit and let the paint get dry to the touch before I do anything to stir up any dust in the garage, such as putting the Galaxie back in the garage. I don't want to. I'm going to probably leave the truck out and just leave everything where it's sitting and till tomorrow night. And in the meantime, this is going to sit out the rest of the day. Maybe I'll get a wet rag or towel or something, clean some of the dirt off of it. This part's been covered from there forward. From there back, yeah, it's pretty dirty. You know, because I'm going to paint it, so I don't really care if it gets overspray or dirt or scratches or sanding dust on it. It just doesn't matter because it's going to have all new paint on it when I'm done. But I want to try and keep what I've done nice. So anyway, there we go. This is the instrument pad, instrument cluster pad. This actually looks pretty good. Some screw holes in the bottom here. Yeah, this is a little more acceptable, but that other pad, it's not acceptable. This is quite nice. If you like my video, hit the like button. If you like my channel and want to see this car all in that beautiful green that the hood and inner fenders are, the underside of the hood, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching my videos.